Happy Thursday, Facebook friends. Welcome back to Facebook. I'm Angie Garza, Director of Professional Learning and Educational Services at ROE 47, serving Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside counties. And if you're joining us back here on Facebook, that means it's Thursday and time for another edition of Teacher Talk. If you've tuned in for any of our Season 3 Teacher Talks so far this year, you know that we are excited to feature new programs, services, and people throughout our 3-county area as we welcome in the 2022-23 school year. And there is lots to be excited about, my friends. Today is no different. We are going to be talking all things special education with one of our friends and colleagues, Ms. Shauna Dingus. But before we introduce Shauna, I would like to welcome to Teacher Talk this morning my other friend, colleague, and illustrious co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus. Good morning, Stacy. How are you this morning? Welcome back to another edition of Teacher Talk this fine Thursday.
Good morning, Angie. Happy to be here and also happy to be featuring some of the programs and all the hard work that's happening. Not until I actually was part of the ROE team did I really, realize all the kind of facets of what is encompassed in ROE 47. And a lot of work goes on to help community, families, and especially our students and our teachers. And being a past educator, anything that is extra support to teachers, I'm definitely on board for. So I'm excited to get this one going.
Stacy, we've heard over the last several Teacher Talks, and we heard this last year as well, that the educator shortage has had a significant impact on the way that we're able to approach teaching and learning here in our 3-county area, across the state, and even looking nationwide. And so those supports that we have in place for our students and our teachers are more important now than ever. And so, as you mentioned, we do a lot in our office, and we have a lot of collaborative partnerships statewide to help our teachers be the best they can possibly be and to feel supported as they do this really kind of challenging but rewarding job of teaching in their school communities. And so our Illinois Elevating Special Educators Network is one such network and program that we have here in the state of Illinois. And we are proud at ROE 47 to be one of our area fiscal agents for this program, providing all kinds of great opportunities for our special educators. And spearheading all of that work is our area program coordinator, Ms. Shauna Dingus. And so, Shauna, thank you so much for joining us this morning here on Teacher Talk. And we are so excited to learn more about what's happening as far as the network goes for this year.
I am Shauna Dingus, and I get to work with these fabulous ladies along with a state team at the IESE network. And there is our grant is federally funded for 5 years currently, and we are here to help support our special educators. That is a great need, as we know from other Teacher Talks, that in our area, special education is needed in almost every building that we have, whether it's a special ed teacher, a para, and a lot of times we don't have qualified teachers in those positions because there aren't any locally. And so we are here to help support the special educator, help keep special educators in their positions by providing much needed support. And that support looks very different for each special ed teacher. And then we also work with gen ed teachers because behaviors have been up in our buildings. So we've done a lot of behavior training with all of our staff across districts to help them understand what's going on with the behaviors. And then we can also help at the admin level too, looking at our school district systems and the continuum of supports provided for our students with disabilities.
Why is there such a need for support for our special education teachers and also for, the paras? And what kind of supports are you able to give to those educators? Can you speak a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, the support is huge for special educators, even different than our general ed teachers, because a lot of times we have a 2 special ed teachers or 1 special ed teacher in a building. So they kind of feel like they're by themselves and they can't talk to other teachers that have similar issues. And so they're sometimes with some of our most difficult students that it's hard to teach. You're not sure what the exact way to teach the student to get them up to grade level. And so it takes special teachers and paraprofessionals to work with our students with disabilities, and then also work with our gen ed teachers too, to help that provide support in the classroom to our students. We can help in many different ways. And again, we've done trainings for them, and we do those quarterly in our area. We also have community of practice or cohorts that meets by Zoom on a monthly basis. We're also excited to have a special ed summit this September, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. And then we're also trying to build from within for our special ed leaders. It's very important that we build special ed leaders from our teachers. They're the ones that understand what's going on in our classrooms and what help they need. So we're here to help coach, help provide a network, help, train, all the things, especially when we're putting in teachers that might be brand new out of college or brand new, seeking their special ed degree. They need help, and it's specific to special education. A general ed teacher doesn't have to write an IEP or run an IEP, and so they need help with those specific things. And that's one of the things we try to do, is help specifically. And in that summit, we'll talk more about it later, but we'll have lots of opportunities for them. So those are some of the ways we can help. And then it's almost individual, district to district or school by school basis, where we can come in, sit down, analyze what's going on, what are the issues, and then kind of develop a plan for that school. And that's worked great. And we've done a lot of training, coaching all over our area already. And we look to build more partnerships with schools.
Okay, Shauna, you put the teaser trailer out there. One of the things that is really exciting to kick off this 2022-23 school year is our first annual Special Education Summit. And so what an opportunity for teachers in our area to come together. I think it's a really unique opportunity. I don't know that we've ever pulled special educators together before to do something just for them. So can you tell us a little bit more about the upcoming summit for special educators?
Love to. It is our first annual Special Ed Summit. We found that a lot of our teachers in our area needed training, and it's better in the beginning of the year than late in the year, especially for those newer teachers. So on September 30th from 8:30 to 3, we're going to have a Special Ed Summit at Sauk Valley Community College. This can be for your brand new teacher or your year 20 teacher, because we're going to have 2 things. We're going to have a keynote speaker come in who is a nationally renowned speaker, Paula Kluth, to talk about inclusion. And then second, there's going to be breakout sessions all day that each special educator can choose for their needs, because again, a year 1 teacher and a year 20 teacher have different needs, and we recognize that, and we want them to be able to pick their breakout sessions. It's so important that their needs are met, and so it's important for our admin and superintendents really to see the need for this and how important it is to be able to give them the day to go get the training that they need specific to their area of need. And so we really hope our teachers come and they can learn, they share, they grow and connect with other special ed teachers, so they no longer feel like they're alone in their profession, because that is the key to keeping special educators in our districts and in our area also.
Shauna, you piqued my interest when you mentioned that there will be a keynote speaker, a nationally renowned speaker. Tell us a little bit about who the speaker is and maybe what she's going to cover.
Dr. Paula Kluth is a leading scholar in special education, and she consults with districts across the nation. So we're really excited to have her come actually speak in our area. It's not by Zoom. She's going to be in-house with us, which is even more impressive for some of these teachers to have that one-on-one relationship with someone specific to their needs. And so she talks a lot about inclusion and differentiation, both two key topics in our area. With our special ed shortages, inclusion is very difficult. So it's important that we talk about, what does it look like? And she that day is going to talk about her book, Don't We Already Do Inclusion? Because a lot of us act or think we do inclusion. And again, she wants to really talk about what inclusion looks like. And that's going to be an important conversation for our teachers, new and old, to kind of re-examine what's going on in our schools and how we can move to improve special education for our students with disabilities. So we're excited to have her.
All right. I think we've gotten people excited about this. If you've heard about it, now you know more. I'm sure there are lots of our educators, administrators who are eager to sign up to register for our first annual Special Education Summit on September 30th. So Shauna, can you share with us a little bit about what are the logistics of registering? How do I go about doing that if I'm interested in attending?
Yes. And anyone from like Northern Illinois can come. It's not specific just to ROE 47, but you can go to roe47.org to register, and the registration is up already. So we want you to go register early so we are prepared for how many can come. And we hope by you registering early and you asking your district for the day off, you can prepare for a sub ahead of time. So our special ed teachers are covered that day so they can get the PD that they really deserve. So we're excited to have and meet our special ed teachers from the area that day.
So friends, I'll give you a second to grab a writing implement. Make sure that you have this date on your calendar. September 30th from 8:30 to 3 at Sauk Valley Community College. We will be hosting our first annual Special Education Summit. Paula Kluth is the keynote speaker. And please make sure that you register early after it's on your calendar at www.roe47.org. Shauna, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of an inside look at the IESE network. We are so blessed to have you as part of our team. We also so thoroughly enjoy working with our regional specialist for the IESE network, Kelly Markham. So Kelly is another colleague of ours that you will see out and about and working with special educators here in Northwest Illinois. So thank you so much for taking the time today. We appreciate you as always. Facebook friends, that wraps up our edition of Teacher Talk this fine Thursday. And so after you have registered for our first annual Special Education Summit, please take time to enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have an even better Friday, a sunshine-filled weekend, and we will see you right back here next Thursday for another edition of Teacher Talk.